What's up, Big Bear Nation? Whoops! Welcome back to the homestead. The ground is so dry, or was so dry, that the fact that it rained, you can hardly tell. Okay, move out of the way. I have to determine if there are any clean or dirty eggs in here. All right, guys, back up. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Don't know whose wonderful idea it is to keep the water right there. Let's go check over here. You guys got any eggs for me? Probably not. They're all roosters. So it's a little dark out here, and I think it's because we had some rain yesterday. So there's a lot of rain clouds blocking what little bit of sunlight is out at almost 7 o'clock in the morning. You're probably wondering why I'm the one collecting eggs first thing in the morning. Or maybe you're not. This is normally Carol's job. But Carol and Ladessa went on a mini vacay with Jess and Maya over at Roots and Refuge. Jess came and picked them up yesterday. So Jason and I have been left on our own to do these chores. And you know, we've said that we are trying to set things up as we age in place. So this is a good litmus test, or a good run through to see just how well we've set it up. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one that Carol made a latch on. She's brilliant. So then that way, door doesn't swing open, and we're not losing chickens. Okay, what have we got here? I know one thing we got. A lot of clean eggs. And an empty waterer. Okay, watch out, guys. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Nope. Okay. Now, another thing that it gives us the opportunity to do is to see what things we would put in place to make sure that things go smoother, and then hopefully relay those to the girls once they get back. Honestly, you know, our girls don't do all the work. All 4 of us get out here every morning and do our specific chores. So now we have 2 people doing what 4 people normally do. So Jason and I sat and talked about it, and we've kind of laid out how the chores need to go so that we can be as efficient as possible. Now, checking for eggs and feeding the pigs is the normal stuff. Like, Jason usually feeds the pigs, and checking eggs is really not that big of a deal. The biggest chore that's kind of daunting and overwhelming is milking, because normally it's Ladessa and I together. So now it's just going to be me. So we purchased a milk machine a couple of years ago, and then through different circumstances we didn't have the opportunity to use it. Well, now fast forward to this past April, we got these 2 Jersey cows, and we're like, perfect opportunity, let's go ahead and start using the milk machine. I went to fire it up, and the machine itself runs no problem. But then we started hooking everything up, and we're not getting enough suction to run the pulsator. I ended up having hand milk. That's all done. Strained the milk, put out the cream so we can make butter this afternoon. We're starting to get the buckets ready to let them sit in milk all day so that tomorrow that feed will be expanded. Now I'm coming up here to check on Jason because he was in charge of watering, and I think he bailed me out with getting the eggs from the eggmobile. Did the egg fairy already come? Is that why you asked me why the basket for the clean eggs? Did you already get the eggs out of the egg mobile?
Yeah.
Okay. Even though that was my job, I failed.
Yep, I'm picking up your slack. So you know how I came up with this?
Yeah, it's a great idea that's leaking all over the place.
Okay, this is what I'm fixing to fix, smarty pants. This has always been our biggest issue.
Uh-huh.
So, we only use this truck for this and to get feed.
Right.
So I'm gonna leave that faucet there, but I'm gonna come off. I'm gonna get a 3/4 inch female to screw on there.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna come down maybe over here to a 90. Make it to where I can screw in this way, but maybe this side's a slip.
Okay.
And then bring another pipe down to out to here with a ball valve on it. And then we can have a smaller chunk of hose. That way the only piece that can leak can be right here with the hose, because that hose cap is cracked, it's broken. That's why it's leaking. Because they get up and in there and they get in a rush. And plus here, the old fat man I can deal with.
Right, trying to climb up there to turn it on.
Yeah. So,
I'm all for that, because sometimes it might not be the fat man, it might be the fat woman. Yeah. So here we are in the middle of the day. Well, I say middle, it's like 4 o'clock. And we got all the chores done. We even had breakfast. Dishes were done, kitchen's clean, like we are on top of it. Even got some soap sales done, ran to the post office. And I'm exhausted. I am not looking forward to 7:30 tonight. Jason and I were just talking, and I think at about 6 or 6:30, we're gonna come out here and try to fool around with this milk machine again, because we're gonna have to do some troubleshooting to find out where we don't have a good seal. Because theoretically, we have enough pressure to run the pulsator, but for some reason, we're not getting enough to make the pulsator work to pull the milk out of the teats. So we're not getting enough suction. So we're gonna work on that this evening. Hopefully we'll figure it out. Fingers crossed, we really, really, really need that machine to start working, because not only does it make it easier, but it also frees up hands. Like, I can literally put the machine on the cow and then walk away and do something for a moment and then come back, as opposed to being there, sitting there, because it takes me about an hour to milk both of those cows, and that's an hour that I need to be completely set down in one spot. So fingers crossed, y'all pray for us that we figure out this machine, and hopefully on the next video we'll be able to tell you how we figured it out. Thank you for stopping by the Big Bear Homestead. God bless, and have a nice day, y'all.